So our carport situation out here sucks. All right, first of all. And I've been out here working on it during the week whenever I can. I feel like it. I'm feeling a little better these days. As you can see, I got a big mud hole over here. But this used to get mud would wash in from the ground over here, and mud and water and everything else would wind up all over the carport. Well, as you can see, it's raining out here right now, and it's been raining pretty hard. So I got this puddle right here. I got some puddles out here, but under here it's dry. There's just a wet spot from when I was washing the carport yesterday that hasn't quite dried up yet, and one right here, but those are actually depressions. This is mud right here. My foot is, that's mud. It's dried, but that's just because I couldn't get it all washed off. The point is, the whole carport is dry, and what I did was this is totally not car audio related, guys. I know. It's just this is life. Sometimes life happens, and I record that too. So what I did was I cut a little ditch right here that goes down just beside this brick, and I found the brick. I didn't even know that was there, and I cut it all the way down here. So it's got a little mud in it right here, but as the water builds up, it'll run over it and wash it, and it runs on down the side. And when I did that, I pushed that dirt this direction, so I created a little bit of a levee as well as making this ditch. And I did the same thing here. I pushed that dirt over. I kind of uncovered these. I had piled it on these rocks, but I uncovered the rocks, and I just kept going this way with the dirt, and I created this little levee system. There's a little bit of a hole in my levee, thinking kind of Louisiana thing going on right here and right there. But what happened was now is that the water that makes it through the levee or wherever goes into this ditch and goes that direction, and the rest of this water is being held off by the levee and it's going that direction, and the end result is dryness on the carport. But I planted some flowers over here and some little seeds, and there's some little tiny seedlings coming up right there. I planted these guys, and I don't know, I just stuck them in the ground. No fanciness. It tells you plant instructions. I didn't do any of that. I just took this old door panel tool, made a hole in the dirt, and I stuck some seeds in the ground, and I'm going to see if they come up. I went to the base meet today at our normal meeting spot. It's supposed to be at 2 o'clock. Well, I went there. I just got back. It's 2:50, and it was raining. It started raining after I got there, so all the wimps that were just scared to get drops of water on them didn't show up. So I came home with no base meet, but I will have you know that I was dropping the hammer all the way home. And if you guys saw my video that I put up with my song in it for the channel, that sucker's got some really good low bass drops in it. So get out there in your bassy vehicle, crank that knob up, let it fly. So I figured, since it's raining outside and crappy, it's a good time for a tuning session. So what I'm going to do is take my tape measure and measure off my distances from my drivers to my head, and the subwoofer down here and the one in the back. And I just run my tape measure down there and run it up to my ear, get that measurement and put it into my DSP. All right, I got all my measurements in, and I turned this mid-range and tweeter down 4 ticks on the volume meter to create a balance, because this is much closer to my head than that one is, so I balanced that tweeter out. The mids kind of cancel each other out. This one is closer, but it's also more off axis than that one, so the volume level being the same and the same tend to work out pretty good. And whenever you're doing your measurements, so my tweeter and my mid-range are not the same distance from me, so I always measure from the mid-range. Whatever the primary speaker that's going to give you the most of your imaging is also the driver that's giving you most of information. That's whatever's playing from like 500 up to like 3000 hertz. That speaker is the one you want to focus on getting your imaging from. The tweeters are going to not be near as much of a thing. The woofers are not going to be near as much of a thing. Those mid-ranges are the ones you want to use to center your image wherever you're putting it at. And that's why some drivers will consider a tweeter and then a staging tweeter. The tweeter may be located right beside the mid-range, but they may have another tweeter that they use for staging that plays a wider band. That gets into more complicated subject matter, but for now, just remember, focus on your mid-range. So in this case, I wouldn't measure from here, I'd measure from right here to get all the way up to my ear with my head in the natural position. Same thing on the other side. Those two are going to create that center image that you're looking for. And by turning this one down a little bit, when you do that, the sound gets pulled this way because this driver's louder. Turning that one down a little bit will move that sound field back over and help you get it centered. So let me turn on a little music here.
Got the neighborhood jumping in the world of sound. I'm always pumping. Carnal enthusiast, that's my thing. Freaking frequencies, no two sound the same. From the highs to the lows, man,
I'll play through the night. My fingers dance gently on the soft piano keys. Silent emotions, they flutter and tease. A melody unfolds as memories collide. In the hush of the room, pain cannot hide with each note. A story, a journey untold, a portrait of whispers painted bold. Whispered melodies caress my soul. In this soft piano song, I find myself whole. And though the world may spin in chaos and strife, in this quiet sanctuary, I'll find peace and light. Keys whisper softly, secrets they hold. Melancholy melodies through stories untold. Emotions cascade like tears in the rain. A window to the soul through the ivory's pain. Fingers dance, gently weaving their tale. Echoes of memories through ivories prevail. Each delicate note, a heart silent plea, as the world fades away, lost in harmony. In this hushed symphony, the pain finds its voice, melting the barriers like summer's sweet choice. Whispered melodies, healing souls trapped within. Soft piano serenade. Keys whisper soft thoughts.
That's a couple of tracks that belong to car audio enthusiasts, you guys. I'll put them up on the internet. I'm going to upload them so y'all can check them out if you want to hear your system with some of this stuff. I've got some pretty good stuff. And that's a couple of tracks that I'll be putting up if you guys want to check them out. And that is played in here. That's not that audio is picked up from those speakers you're looking at. Pretty impressive, and also from the Recoil audio drivers. So if you guys were on the fence about these things, don't be. Just go ahead and grab them because they sound great. They really do sound good.